and welcome to the SimmBros Pod.
Let's go, people. Welcome in episode 39, if you can believe it.
I really can, actually.
Yeah.
I'm Chris. I'm Cam. And together, we're the SimmBros.
And we're here to talk sports, people. A lot of sports to be talked about. NBA playoffs. We're in the midst of Series 1, and we just understand how important the NBA is and how great the NBA is. The NBA playoffs are so much better than the NBA regular season. It's not even funny. We're going to talk about that.
Yep.
Also, the NFL draft round 1 happened on Thursday, but by the time you hear this, rounds 2, 3, and 4 will be concluded.
Just 2 and 3.
Is that right?
2 and 3, and then it's 4, 5, and 6. Sorry.
7.
Is it not? Is it 2 through 4?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, my bad. Okay, maybe you're right.
Sorry. Yeah, it makes more sense.
No, I thought it was 4 through 7. Check that on me.
Yeah,
producer Jackson, check that on
4
me.
through 7. Yeah, actually.
I think that's what it is.
That does sound right. No, but a day 2. Oh, whatever. I thought a day 3 guy was like a pick round 5.
I think it's 4 through 7. Producer, check us on.
Let me check.
Okay,
I'll check it in the meantime. But anyway, NFL draft round 1 happened. That definitely happened today on Thursday. Interesting. Saw some good picks. Good for all these players. But yeah, a lot to talk about there. But yeah, how are you thinking? How is this a good? The late April time is not talked about enough in the sports world as
it's pretty good
sports time. I think it's a solid
time,
right? Round 1.
I think especially because the round 1 series so far have been good. A lot of 2-1 series, which you don't see. I think it was 5 of the 8 series were 1-1, which is the first time we've seen that since 2014. Usually the first round series are never good.
Oh, you're right, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Usually the first round series are never good. You're kind of just like waiting to get to the next round. And I think at first it looked like that with like the Spurs winning easily, the Thunder. Like it was like you expected the Lakers series to be a 1-1 series at worst,
right?
So now you kind of have all this, the entire thing. And then Denver won the first game, right? It was a little handily. It was a close game, but then they won it. And then they're up like 18 points in the second quarter. You're like, okay, this series is over too. Then that one ends up being 1-1, and now it's obviously 2-1.
Right.
So you're getting a lot of interesting storylines because there's a lot of things happening. A lot of these teams are more similar than you think. And I think, what started off was the Orlando beating Detroit handily.
That was important. That was important.
And so I think it's a great time of the year. I love where the NBA is at right now. And kind of like, let's take some time first to just mention that we said this before, but the playoffs is what real NBA basketball is.
Right.
The NBA playoffs is what NBA basketball, like what you expect to watch every week, every game, which is unfortunate. It's like the NFL.
Yeah.
Right? When you watch NFL football, the playoffs are not different than the regular season. Really. Like,
I agree.
Like, it's okay, maybe some game management situations a little bit different, but like they're playing the same way.
Right.
In the playoffs in the NBA versus the regular season, it's an entirely different game. The defense is crazy. The emotion, the firiness of everybody, and then like the refs not calling as much. Like,
I think honestly the biggest thing is like in an NBA regular season game, like if you're in the NBA, you're one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Like I don't care if you're the 15th man on the bench
of all time in the world. Right?
Literally in the world of all time. I'm talking about like seriously. That's how good at basketball you have to be in the NBA. But when you get to the NBA playoffs, you understand like this is when you really see the levels, and even the players who you thought were a lot better than at least the average, they start to fall off in the playoffs because you start to understand like, yikes, like maybe this guy isn't actually as good as we think. There are a couple examples of some playoff chokers, right? Like LaMelo Ball, a little bit of a playoff choker. Regular season, this guy can do whatever, right? James Harden, even though he's an unbelievably great regular season player, he has been known to choke in the playoffs. Like, there's a bunch of different guys. I mean, Şengün is another good example.
Yeah, I would say, like, I don't think choker's the wrong word, I would say.
Okay, choker's the wrong word in terms of, like, their play doesn't get elevated in the playoffs.
It actually gets worse.
It gets worse.
Jalen Johnson.
Nikhil
Alexander Walker.
Yeah, but all the Hawks besides CJ.
Yeah. Like, the playoffs is a different game.
Right. It's really just the most pure form of basketball. It's so beautiful to watch. NBA playoffs is so much better than every other, or at least, sorry, the NBA playoffs is so much more consistently good. That's what I was looking for. They're consistently good. Round 1, it's going to be good. Round 2 is going to be great. Like NFL, sometimes round 1 is like, whatever. Like, MLB, whatever. But like at the NBA playoffs, it's just great basketball. It's fun to watch. And there's so many games, which I guess is one of the pluses of having a 7-game series in round 1.
Yeah. It's one of the pluses, but it's still like there's series. There's still 8 series going on. That's the best part about it.
That is true. I mean, if it was best out of 5, everybody would be like,
it'd be crazy.
Wow, yeah.
So main series, we'll talk about the games are coming on Friday, so we won't have anything. Lakers up 2-0, Spurs and Blazers is 1-1, and Celtics Sixers is 1-1. If you had to choose any of those games, or actually, like, let's just give your predictions about what you think those series are going to end up by the time Game 4 comes around.
So after Game 3.
No, sorry, after Game 4.
After Game 4.
What do you think? Do you think? Yeah. So do you think which team? Like,
yeah, good question. So it's a good question. Yeah, you gave yourself a compliment. Celtics gonna be up 3-1. I think.
Really, you didn't get both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they had their stinker of a game. It's over. It's done. And again,
the Sixers.
The Sixers barely beat them.
Yeah.
So the Celtics had a stinker. Gonna be up 3-1. I think the Lakers will also be up 3-1. I think they're gonna lose Game 3, win Game 4. Especially if Austin Reeves comes back, Game 4. And then Spurs, Blazers, it's going to be 2-2. And, like, people are going to be a little bit, shocked or maybe upset about it. But if we're being honest, Wemby's not playing in Game 3. He's not playing in Game 4 probably.
Yeah, they're bringing him on the trip, but we'll see.
I know they're bringing him, right? Like you said, I think it is gamesmanship to, like, be like, hey, you never know. He could play. Yeah. Even though he's not.
It's like the whole Dame thing, too. Yeah.
No. The Blazers did the exact same thing. Dame he knows he's not ready.
You warm it up, bro.
Yeah, come on. And again, warming up, he didn't put any pressure on him.
No.
But I think it's going to be 2-2 because the Spurs team is really good. But, like, the best player right now in the series is Deni Avdija. And, like, Drew Holiday is no lower than 3. If you want to put Castle at 2, I'm okay with that. I really am. But when it comes to, like, actual playoff basketball, like, Drew Holiday has 2 rings, like, for a reason. And, like, the first years he got to the Celtics, he got a ring. First year he got to the Bucks, he got a ring.
Yeah, a winning player.
This is what he does. So I think at the worst, you put him at the 3 spot in terms of best players in that series. That's just advantage Portland. Plus, you got two home games in Portland, even though they don't have shirts, which is terrible. Like that's gonna absolutely the environment's gonna be raucous. And like again,
first home playoff game in how long?
Yes, but also you got to look at the Spurs too. How many of those guys have played a road playoff game?
Yeah, none.
Like De'Aaron Fox, right? Like
De'Aaron Fox has been terrible.
Exactly. So that's why I think it's gonna be tied 2-2. If anything, like the Spurs should be hopeful that it's tied 2-2 because it could be 3-1.
What do you think? I would go 2-2 Spurs, Blazers.
Yeah.
3-1 Lakers, Rockets.
Yeah.
There's a chance it's 4-0. And I think it would be terrible.
It would be.
I
think there's no chance.
Okay, no chance.
Like, that's unbelievable. I mean, if it does happen, again, I thought the Lakers were going to get swept 4-0.
Yeah. Celtics, Sixers, 2-2. And I think it's 2-2, but the Celtics win the next 2. That's what I would say.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
after that, they win in 6. They win 4-2.
Do they lose game 3 or 4?
They lose game 4. So it's a classic Celtics, right? Like, we win by 30 in game 1.
Yeah.
Great. We won the series already. Oh, we forget. We can't shoot. Oh, it's 2-2. Oh, let's lock in again. Oh, we're up 2-1 now. The pressure's not on us.
Yeah.
Oh, we lose. Okay, now we got to actually win this game.
Yes.
And now it's getting closer to the end of the series. Like, we better lock in and win. I think they're going to win in 6. I think that's how they always go.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of like how I'm thinking. Obviously, the games will be tonight. So, and you'll see this pod on Saturday morning.
It'll be fun. Yeah, obviously. Okay, so we'll make a prediction. So, game 3 winners.
Celtics win.
Celtics. I have Celtics, Rockets, and
Spurs.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Blazers actually.
Okay.
Celtics, Rockets, Blazers are my 3 picks for today. Should be fun. Should be some fun series. Again, we're not going to talk too much about it because by the time you guys listen to this, game will have already happened.
Yep.
So let's talk about the games that are going to happen or haven't happened yet by the time you guys listen.
2 great series right now.
And so that the next one, that's going to be Hawks, Knicks, right?
You can take your pick. It's either Hawks, Knicks. Actually, I mean, I guess we can talk about all 3, but I don't really watch. To be fair, I didn't really watch a ton of the Cavs Raptors. I don't think that's going to be.
It's not relevant.
Dude, you saw whatever battle. He was 5 of 5 from 3.
No, he was. Did you see that he's been really working on his shot?
Really?
Though?
Yeah.
Like
but I'm just saying.
The Raptors have a thing in their practice facility that tracks the amount of threes you take and make in practice or like in your shoot around or whatever.
Yeah.
He's at the top.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair. I'm just saying, like, it was like a role player game, right?
Just to give him his credit.
Yeah,
right. But so, like the 2-1-1 theory.
So, what do you want to start with? I think the main series we can start. Obviously, I don't think we're going to talk much about the Raptors. Like, we'll see if the Raptors make it 2-2. I think it's a series, right? I still don't think it's a series right now. I think the Cavs should win in 5. This was the classic. No one believes in us game, right? Like everybody's playing, right? This is the one game we need. They have all the energy.
But what about us?
Game. Exactly.
What about their side? What about us?
So I think
can we officially quote it as the "What about us" game?
What about us game? Great.
Okay.
If it's 2-2, I think I'm gonna start worrying. But the 2 series that there are must red alert worries for the 3 seeds respectively.
Yes.
Knicks-Hawks, Timberwolves-Nuggets. Where do you want to start?
I want to start T-Wolves-Nuggets because I think we want to dive a little deeper in Knicks-Hawks.
But so
T-Wolves-Nuggets. very, very interesting series because the Nuggets have always had the ability. Look, their defense is not great. Like Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic are the two best players.
Mhm.
They're not A+ defenders. I wouldn't even give them B+ defenders. But they can score the ball and they can get their team wide open shots because that's just how good they are. That's what's been working for the Nuggets. That's why they won a championship. Right now against this T-Wolves team, that is not working for them. Again, what Chris Finch does, and I don't know why every other coach doesn't do it. I mean, I guess I get it. But what Chris Finch,
Rudy
yeah,
Gobert.
go to Rudy Gobert. What Chris Finch does is when Jokic has the ball in the paint, there's no help. It's Gobert, you better defend him. That's it. And like because of that, Jokic is always trying to find the pass. He's always trying to find the open pass, and there's always going to be an open pass because he has an advantage one-on-one against basically everybody else who guards him.
Yep.
And so in this particular case, when nobody is doubling, Jokic is now forced to shoot a bunch against Gobert, which is why all of his career highs are against Gobert, by the way. And his shots just aren't falling.
Honestly, same thing with Wemby now that you say it, right? Because like
Yeah.
they don't need to send help. Right?
Yes. Like, and now his shots aren't falling. And because his shots aren't falling, this Nuggets team is not winning.
His shots aren't falling, and they haven't been falling since he came back.
He
bro.
shot 7 of 26.
5 of 24 from 3 on the series so far. Like, can he keep shooting? That is the question.
He has to.
But
he has to because there's no help.
Yeah.
It's the best shot. Like it's a.
But I mean, you're shooting,
semi-contested three.
You're shooting 20%, bro.
I think he's a Hall of Famer, bona fide.
Oh,
I think he'll figure it out. And like
but do you not think he just a little hurt? Like it's the wrist. They're saying it's his wrist.
He could be hurt.
Like,
I've never seen him miss.
He does not look right. He just does not look right now.
But either way, this is why I love Chris Finch because like he's like Mike McDonald. I see him in the same way. Defense like is our identity, and we will like play basketball outside of that, right? Everything else that the offense will flow through the defense. DiVincenzo, Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, especially the superstar, fought in defensively, always putting pressure on the guards. Like Jamal Murray, pay attention to the next Nuggets T-Wolves game and look at Jamal Murray. He's dribbling at half court back to the basket with like 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what you want as if you're a defensive-minded head coach. It's like he's not even like his back's just to the basket. He's not even really looking. I love Jaden McDaniels, one of my favorite players. And honestly, I think the Nuggets are in serious trouble because the T-Wolves absolutely can win this series, and they can go far.
They can win the series, but they believe.
Yeah.
And they believe from the beginning.
They never felt like
Look
they were
at how
6 seed.
McDaniels is talking about it.
Oh,
not even that they were
it's
6
true.
seed. It's like they
true.
just don't like the Nuggets.
No.
They know they can beat them, and the Nuggets were trying to lose that game against the Spurs at the end of the regular season because they did not want to play this matchup.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is, Adelman can say, we don't care, like, go back on your podcast. They did not want to play the Timberwolves. It was clear.
No.
Or either they'd rather have played the Rockets, which
of course
looks like the right decision right now. The Spurs maybe were playing 4D chess. I don't really know. But like this, in watching these 3 games so far, the Nuggets, like they won game 1. They didn't play well. And you're like, okay, this is great. If you're a Nuggets fan, you're happy.
I was thinking about it that way too.
Because they didn't play well.
Right.
They didn't play well at all, and you won this game. You should win in 5, right? The Timberwolves have been up and down all year.
Right.
But what happened was game 2, it was just like they really lost that game. They felt like they were getting out physical. And towards the end, right, Minnesota's running up and down the court. And Jokic and Murray and the rest of them were just tired.
And it's crazy
It
because
looked like they were tired.
It's in Denver. It's in the altitude. Usually the Nuggets have such an advantage with the home court because they've been practicing and playing it in that altitude.
Yep.
And the T-Wolves look way more energized and so much more energy. So I looked at it. Game 1, I looked at it the exact same way. Of listen, they like. The Nuggets escape by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, and they shot terribly.
It'll never happen again. Like,
yeah.
Now the Nuggets are going to sweep. Like the Wolves, you need to win that game. It's like, oh, they've actually been shooting terribly all game.
They could easily really be down 3-0. Right?
Easily.
Like the first game.
Although they should have lost the game too.
That's true. I mean,
2-1.
2-1 makes sense. But I just think, like, and game 3 was the most eye-opening one for me. First of all, Aaron Gordon's out. Unfortunate.
Yes.
They're really missing Peyton Watson. If you're a Nuggets fan,
yes,
you're missing athleticism.
Just some body.
Yeah, like you're missing. They're missing athleticism.
A little dog.
Like they feel very slow and small and not athletic. No rim pressure.
Yeah.
There's no real rim pressure. Like Christian Brown is not getting any rim pressure. You need to be able to. We talked about this, and I saw something. It's like you think guys like Jonathan Kuminga, RJ Barrett, like they're not really great in the regular season. But if you're able to get pressure on the rim, you either get fouled, you get to the line.
Offensive rebounds.
Kuminga's playing great because he's been able to get pressure on the rim, especially on a team that, like, if Jokic is playing outside and Rudy Gobert has to guard him, that rim should be open for you to drive.
Yes.
Christian Brown is just not good enough. That contract's looking like one of the worst in the league at this point right now.
It is, yeah.
And
5-125.
yeah, and like you have Spencer Jones out there. He's not a playoff player.
I mean, this
like,
guy was
not a starter.
This guy was a two-way player earlier this year. Like, come on, man.
Like, he can't play, and you just see it. They look out hustled. Like, they got punked.
Yeah.
The game was over at the end of the first quarter. Not even end of the first first time out.
It was 23-11 after the first quarter. Which, again, if you're the Nuggets and your bread and butter is scoring the ball,
missing other shots.
We talked about this. We talk about this in football a lot. It's like, if, you know, when it was Bills Broncos, we were saying, listen, if the score is 14-14 at the end of the first half, like, that's advantage Bills, right? Because the Broncos defense is so good, that means they're able to get points on the board. It doesn't matter what the actual score is. If the score is low scoring in this particular scenario, it's advantage T-Wolves every time. Because if it was 35-32, and even if the T-Wolves were winning, that's still advantage Nuggets, because
you expect the Nuggets to keep it going, not the Timberwolves.
Exactly. Yeah. So the fact that they kept it low scoring, 11 points in the first quarter, is unbelievable. Such an advantage to the T-Wolves. It's such a testament to what Chris Finch and the head coaching and the coaching staff is what they're doing, how they're approaching this game. It really is beautiful to watch, because if you're an old school fan and you like defense, just pay attention to Jaden McDaniels, man. That's all I say.
Yeah, but it's the mentality.
Yeah.
Right? It felt like immediately, like we said from the beginning, the Nuggets didn't want to play the T-Wolves.
Yeah.
The T-Wolves played them really well of any team. They would much rather play at any team. Guarantee any team besides maybe OKC.
Right.
Like, they just know the T-Wolves aren't afraid. Like, and Ant leads that, McDaniels leads that. Like, this rivalry is a real thing. They don't like each other.
No.
And they play each other so often that, like, all the little gimmicks that the Nuggets are able to do against other teams, like small things in the two-man game with Murray and Jokic, like, that gets eaten up now because they just have seen it.
They've seen it so many times. I mean, like, there was
31 times in the last 2 years, 3 years, right?
There's a reason why in the 28 games before the series started, it was 14-14.
Now it's 16-15.
Yep.
Like, and it's probably going to end up going 7. And it's going to be one team ahead, like, by one game.
That's going to be beautiful basketball.
So
and then the Spurs really 3D chess.
Yeah. So, whoa, they got to get out of it.
That's also true.
I just think Nikola Jokic.
Maybe the Blazers really played 8D chess.
Nikola Jokic has to play better. He has not.
Simple as that.
And you can say you're being too hard on him. He's been great. But 2 bad games from a superstar is, you can have one. Like Shaq and them say. You can maybe have one.
I don't even know if you can have one.
Not 2. 2 and back to back.
And, like, that's the thing. Like, that's how good. This is another testament to how good Jokic is, that, like, he can't have these games.
If he's averaging like 25, 14, and 10.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad. It's bad. And he'll tell you it's bad.
7-26 is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they barely escaped game 1. It's just not good enough game 2 and game 3. And, I mean, missing shots down the stretch. I mean, game 2 especially.
Yeah, they had
all those threes, all those floaters
shots,
that he just misses.
He didn't take the hook shot.
He didn't.
No, he didn't take the floater.
Yeah.
And when have you ever seen him do that? That's when I was saying that's a testament to what they have done to his mindset, his mental. He's off.
Yeah.
He always takes that floater. Like, especially down 2, why are you passing it to Christian Brown? And it wasn't even like it was an open dunk.
KYP.
And Christian Brown, man, this is bad. Think about it, they paid him $5.25 and they might lose Peyton Watson because of it.
He got his money. If I'm Christian Brown, I'm the happiest man on earth, because he finessed. And everybody, including me, was like, you see what happens when you just know your role.
Yeah.
You're kind of an okay 3-point shooter. You're kind of an okay on-ball defender. Like, you're going to get paid a lot of money. It's like,
he did.
Well, he got paid a lot of money. Now no one else is going to.
He got paid a lot of money, and it's like, again, Christian Brown's a great story when he's on a cheap deal. But now he's getting paid $25 million a year. It's like, whoa.
It's
like,
way too much. Especially when you got Peyton Watson.
Yeah.
Like, that's the other thing. You got Peyton Watson right there. Now he's going to go.
Yeah.
He's gone. So, look, the Nuggets, I guess you want to give them credit. They made some great signings. I thought, like, first of all, I thought Cam Johnson over Michael Porter Jr. was going to be the reason why they won the finals. That's not looking too great either.
He's been good.
He's been solid. But, like, sometimes you just need, like Michael Porter Jr., you almost will take his bad shots just to kind of give you a little bit of boost. Because if he hits 2-3 threes in a row, it's like completely changes the offense.
The MPJ ceiling.
Exactly. Right. So it opens up the entire offense. Jokic is just like, Michael Porter Jr. just like running on the baseline opens up everything for everybody. Then you have that rim pressure. Then you have that, the added ability. But like Cam Johnson doesn't have the same gravity.
He's obviously just less good.
He's still a great shooter and a great, much better defender, much more smart player. But like, it's almost like it's a Michael Porter Jr. experience. I'm like, you'll pay for it, right? It's like you're willing to pay for it because, yeah, he might not defend at all. Yeah, he might have some dumb turnovers, but he can also shoot the lights out.
And he can bring you back. Hit a couple shots. He can get hot. Cam Johnson can't really get hot. No,
he's not
because again, Michael Porter Jr. best player in high school.
Yes,
like was going to be a generational player, or not a generation, like an all-star, right? Yeah,
they were saying generational.
6'11" shooter, like
KD,
sharp shooter.
That was the only KD comparison I actually liked. Because it's been so many of just skinny guys.
Yeah,
that's really it.
Tall guys who can shoot. Now everybody can shoot. So I'm worried if I'm Denver right here. You got to get this game. And again, you count out Jokic. You did it last year when they were down 2-1 to, was it the Clippers? And he puts up like 44 and they win. So, you doubt him and he's going to do something crazy. But the one thing here is like, he just doesn't look fully healthy, or there looks to be something wrong.
I mean, I've never seen him miss as many shots.
He's missing
shots.
I
remember in the first quarter, I was like, this is the worst quarter of basketball I've ever seen him play.
Yep.
Like, I think he was 0 for 6 before he hit his first shot.
And he started 1 for 7.
There you go.
Rudy Gobert, man. Congrats to him because this is great for him.
This is, dude.
Everyone who's always said he sucks, he's not really a good defender. He's just tall.
The PR he's getting right now is unreal because he's clamping him up.
Yep,
he really is. Good for Gobert, man. I used to hate Gobert because, in my opinion, how good of a basketball player are you if you can't play the last 5 minutes, like of a real basketball game when you need to win? Like, now he's playing, so you got to give him his credit. Again, shout out Gobert.
So that series is done for now.
What do you mean done for now?
We'll close the book on it. We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Knicks-Hawks next, and we have a deeper conversation to have here.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Hawks go up 2-1. I don't even know how. They're winning most of the game. Knicks come back. They're going to steal it like their normal Knicks fashion. Come back. They love comeback wins.
They do. Against, the Celtics, those games 1 and 2, they're down by like 20 each game.
And come back. But they lose, go down 2-1, and don't even get a shot off on the last possession. Where do you want to start there as far as
I think
like,
this series,
Mike Brown?
Yeah, so this series is super interesting to me because similar to the Nuggets one, the favorite won game 1, and now and the dog won game 2 away, and you're like, okay, well that's a little bit nerve wracking. And then it's like, oh wait, they won game 3 at home, and now they have another one. Yeah. And it's almost like the timing of the wins is super interesting. Where it's like, I don't know if you remember when the Nuggets played the T-Wolves a couple years ago, and the T-Wolves won the first 2 in Denver.
Yeah.
And then the Nuggets won the second 2 in Minnesota. You're like, oh, okay, like this is a different, like the way that they were winning these games is different. But now the fact that they're up 2-1, and they have both these teams have game 4 in their home courts, like the 6 seeds.
Commanding.
Unbelievable. This is like absolute nervous breakdown, nervous wreck time. If you're the Knicks, if you're Mike Brown, if you're Jalen Brunson, and even if you're Rick Brunson.
Just quick FYI before you get in there.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
Out. Are you kidding me?
Dude, they're done. Like, I don't even know.
Is he actually out?
Yeah. You can check it.
Oh my God. Left ankle. Dude, he's, first of all,
I don't understand what's happening.
The burner is real. Yeah. I think he talked to his agent.
He's just like, I don't want to.
He said, I'm done. I'm done. Like, this is more embarrassing.
I don't play.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Again, I'm
so Lakers in 5?
I'm a Lakers fan.
Lakers in 4? Like, is it actually going to happen, Lakers in 4?
I mean, there's no way the Rockets win a game without KD.
Unbelievable.
Unless
sweep.
Şengün has 50.
That'll be an unbelievable sweep. Dude, they were plus. What were they? The Rockets were like minus 1,100 to start the series.
Question for you, because I think you're better at like this scheduling thing than I am. And we're gonna get back to Knicks Hawks. Yeah. Let's say the Thunder and the Lakers somehow both sweep. That game wouldn't play until
the other series are all the dog. Wow. So they would both get like a week.
No, that's good. The Lakers need rest. I mean, honestly, the Thunder need rest too. Yeah. Like all their fake injuries.
I can't believe it. And J-Dub has a real injury. Come on. But that's insane. That could be the video. He quit on the.
He quit.
He doesn't want to.
It's more embarrassing to lose.
Yeah.
When he plays.
That'll be a quick video.
Unreal.
It's unbelievable. Like,
and after the burner,
and also he played 87 of the 89 games. Like, obviously I'm being facetious, but I think he played 79 of 82 games, was not hurt. Then he ends up getting hurt in practice. They practice all year. When did he get hurt?
This is also a different injury than the practice.
No, I know. Yeah.
Which is just
when did he sprain an ankle?
I don't remember. He looked fine to me.
Crazy. Knicks-Hawks.
Oh my God. Okay, so Knicks-Hawks. CJ McCollum. First of all, can we give him his respect?
Give him his respect.
No. What? There's no tangent.
I was gonna say something.
Okay.
NBA players are truly unbelievable, and this is exactly what we said too about playoff basketball is different, and what you need is different. Everyone was clowning at first when CJ came over to the Hawks, including us. Yes. They were not good.
They were not good.
What is CJ McCollum
He was shooting way too
much. Why is he shooting?
Yeah.
And then you get to the NBA playoffs when Nickeil Alexander-Walker really doesn't have a bag like that.
No, he doesn't.
When everything tightens up, when Jalen Johnson is just having turnovers because he's really not that good of a ball handler.
No.
Like, then you're like, oh my God, CJ McCollum. And experience also matters.
It does.
Like, experience as a number one-ish option. CJ McCollum was with Dame. And remember that Game 7 against Denver? I think he had like 20 points in a row or something. Or 20 points
it was something crazy.
And he was just going to work.
Yeah.
He is a hooper and underrated bag. Like, he really has a bag, especially those like floaters, little one-legged floater.
I'll go way back. This guy beat Duke single-handedly at Lehigh 15-2.
Yep.
15-2. I mean, like, this guy was actually built for it. Shout out CJ McCollum. I used to hate him.
Why?
Just because he annoyed me with the second April.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. He's always been like a nice guy.
Yes, yeah. No, he's always been a nice guy. I think he'll have a great career in NBA broadcasting if he wants to continue to do that.
With us. We'll be on the show.
Yeah, perfect. CJ, we'll be like CJ. But anyway, I completely agree with you because this Atlanta Hawks team is, again, kind of the typical regular season team.
Typical. Yep.
I mean, Jalen Johnson, in regular season, you're like, you don't really scout him. You don't scout him too much. This guy's like dropping 28, 14,
he was
and
a top
12.
10 MVP vote, I'm pretty sure.
I believe it. And, right? And so, like, he's been cooking. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has his re-apex where they're like, is he Shea Light?
Yeah.
And it's
God.
And like, Onyeko, whatever. All these guys are like really good basketball players. And then you get to the place, it's like, okay, Jalen Johnson actually can't dribble. And if Nickeil Alexander-Walker misses his threes, he's actually not very effective offensively. You need a guy like CJ McCollum to steady the ship. I mean, every time when it's a high pressure moment, CJ McCollum has the ball.
Jalen Johnson is not getting the ball.
Absolutely not. I don't want him touching.
He's going to miss the free throws like he does.
Even in game 2 when Nickeil Alexander-Walker got the strip and he passed it to Jalen Johnson at the end with like 10 seconds left.
Yeah,
up 2, no shot.
You guys gonna mess something up.
You don't go for the bucket. You actually don't. You want to dribble it out and then hit your free throws. Take as much time off the clock. But either way, CJ McCollum has been fantastic for this Atlanta Hawks team. He's been fun to watch, must-watch basketball. He's been the closer because he's been hunting Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on. Yep.
No, we're not getting there. I'm just saying. He's been hunting Jalen Brunson, and it's been, like, actually sweet potato, yam, barbecue chicken.
Sweet potato and yams are the same.
Whatever Shannon was saying. Mac and cheese, collard greens,
yams,
pig neck, whatever. But either way, too easy for CJ McCollum. It's been unbelievable. Knicks really haven't made too many adjustments. I can't wait to see what they do.
It's not great from Mike Brown right now.
No,
but the one thing I will say is that if I'm feeling good as a Knicks fan, it's really because I think the only game you can say you really lost, and you didn't even really lose it, was Game 3. I think they were down 18. They made the comeback. I think Game 2 and Game 1, like Game 1 especially, they were in control of the game. And Game 2, they were also in control of the game. It just kind of happens in classic Knicks fashion.
I mean, they went on an 11-0 run like the Hawks did at the end of the game 2.
So I'm not feeling so bad if I'm a Knicks fan. The only thing I do feel bad about is that Mike Brown is really he's making bad decisions. Like, I don't think, even if it was only for 2 minutes, right? It happened in Game 2.
Yeah.
He has Brunson and Cat off the floor at the same time.
Can't happen.
Which is an absolute no-no in the playoffs.
And it's like also it's elementary.
Yeah, it's elementary.
This is like, are you kidding me?
Like if especially if you don't have like a real hardcore 6-man who can like high level Jordan Clarkson when it used to be, right? You can maybe spot yourself 3 minutes. But one thing Chris Finch does do, he does take Randall and Ant out. The one thing I will say a little bit different, McDaniel's a little bit better. DiVincenzo is a little bit better. Iota Sumu are a little bit more creative types.
I also think that Randall's worse than Cat.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So it's not even.
Yeah,
it's really taking out Ant.
Yeah, but
yes, I get what you're saying.
Like the whole point in the playoffs is like you never take out both of them,
and then that lineup is like OG, McHale,
not even
Deuce McBride.
It's usually OG, Deuce, Jordan Clarkson, Mitchell Robinson,
Right.
and it's not another starter.
Yeah, like Jose Alvarado or
yes.
something. It's
like it makes no sense. And he did it again in the fourth quarter, and I think they were down 8 going in the fourth, and it was a -2 stretch of like 3 minutes, and he called timeout and switched it. But why are you even resting him?
What are you
Like,
doing?
The way it always goes, and the way most subs go, if you watch the NBA, if you ever know, usually the star player plays the whole first quarter.
Yeah.
Rest until 6 minutes-ish in the second quarter.
8.
Yeah, 8. We'll play the whole third quarter and do the same thing. Come in, usually you want to hold them until like 8 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But if it's a tough game, they'll come in with like 9, right?
Yeah.
Like Jokic usually will come in early if it's a close game.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
They'll
And then the second best player
Yep.
will sub out early later in the first quarter.
Right.
And we'll start the second quarter alone.
Yes.
That's how it works.
That's how it's always been.
That's the point.
LeBron and AD, I thought did who was coaching? Vogel, I always thought their substitutions were great. AD would always play the first quarter. LeBron would get subbed out at around the 5-6 minute mark, that first TV timeout. And then AD would be out after the start of second quarter. LeBron comes in, and then they meet back together. LeBron gets his second, rest at like 5-ish minutes. They meet back together with like 2-3 minutes left in the first half, and then that's how they continued. Like that's how they did that, right? Mike Brown, I don't know what he's thinking, because Cat also had a really good game.
He has been.
He needs to be the focal point of the offense.
Honestly.
Jalen Brunson is not in, and I think
even if Jalen Brunson is in at some points,
and I also think that's not like crazy. Like it's not. It's not some like deep philosophical NBA thing. It's like you need a guy to score the ball, and OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges are not going to be those types of guys. You don't want them to be those types of guys. So I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully he makes a change. But either way, I love this series.
It just seems like really he's not like. Why would you get Mike Brown if this is how it's going to be?
Right.
Like Tibbs is pretty much the same anyway. He'll just play everybody. Like it doesn't feel like Tibbs and Mike Brown both have their flaws in their own ways. Like it didn't really feel like you made a difference in this team right now.
The only thing with Tibbs, he never made any subs.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they're both wrong. Like it's like you don't really feel like you're getting the coaching edge you wanted by firing Tibbs. You mean the Eastern Conference Finals last year?
Yeah.
Like you might lose in the first round this year because of Mike Brown. And now we can go more to the players. Mikal Bridges, we can start there. It gets worse and worse. I don't know if he can come back to the Knicks. Like I guess they I don't know.
I think he has to.
It gets worse and worse.
I mean, because like first of all, you trade him for basically everything.
Yep.
Like
that was your Giannis package. That was everybody.
Your two children and your mother-in-law. You traded him, and now he has just done nothing. Like this is one again. First of all, this new haul of what you need to trade for kind of like mid players like Desmond Bane, same thing. It's way too much, and like it puts almost too much pressure
on them.
I'm not defending Mikal because I think he's been terrible, but I think it puts too much pressure
0 points
on Mikal Bridges and Desmond Bane to perform. I think Desmond Bane's been a lot better, but it puts a lot of pressure on them to perform. And it's like, why did you trade 5 first rounders for like it makes no sense. Oh my god, it's terrible. Mikal Bridges needs to be a lot better. All these shots that he takes are just like
I don't like his shot.
Contested.
His shot diet is not you're finally seeing it up in person. You can't be a 6'9" wing, 6'8" wing and get less free throws than like the entire league and play all games.
And to your point about rim pressure, he is like the antithesis of rim pressure.
That's what you need as wings.
If he's outside, literally the restricted area,
he's gonna shoot it.
It's a set shot. It's not. It's not a floater. He's not getting to the basket.
He's leaning away.
Yes,
and against the Hawks, which is why Cat is so. It needs to get the ball more and is more dominant, and why Mitchell Robinson is dominant is because they have 6'8" Okongwu as center.
Come on,
like,
man.
And they don't have a backup center.
No,
they don't because Landale's hurt. I don't know how tall Landale is, but he's not super tall.
He's not taller than Cat.
Like so that's why Cat has been good,
yeah.
and that's why it's like you need rim pressure. Anunoby gets to the rim at least. Brunson gets to the rim at least. Bridges should be living at the free throw line.
Yes,
but he can't do it, and I think we overlooked how important, like, you overlook how important getting to the line is, especially in the playoffs. Kuminga is great at just getting downhill, either making the layup or getting to the line.
It stops the game. It allows you to kind of just
free points.
You obviously the free points is huge, and it gets a foul on them, which fouls are obviously more important. But it stops the game, allows you to collect and like understand. It's like a mini timeout, right? And we know how important timeouts are in playoffs. All these things are magnified. And when every time you drive to the basket, if Mikal ever does drive, and he just pulls up and takes a shot, it's just like
try to get fouled.
That's also the toughest shot. Is the runner
You don't get Jalen Johnson in foul trouble. You don't get anybody in foul trouble. You don't give yourself a chance to see the ball go through the net.
No, all these things,
Like how are you not getting a layup, or at least trying to make a layup? And that's the unfortunate part about him, is that he doesn't play like you think a wing would play.
No.
And to trade all that for him after one good season in Brooklyn, it's tough. And
it was an all right season.
It was all right season, and they also weren't good, right? So it's
exactly.
Like, when you're Jalen Brunson, you want all the Nova Knicks, but it's like my friend was saying this, and he actually said this from the beginning. Shout out Sam Dinnerstein. He's like, I would rather have Dante DiVincenzo than Mikal Bridges. This was last year.
Yeah.
And Dante DiVincenzo shooting 50% from three.
Yeah.
He just feels like a playoff riser.
Oh, he's a
and
playoff
Mikal Bridges doesn't.
Like DiVincenzo's just mad always, right? And like
he's pulling.
And he is pulling and he's hitting too.
50% for three.
You feel the anger from DiVincenzo. Again, another guy. I don't know how much he was unlocked on the Knicks. I think this is a Chris Finch thing, because he's been unlocked on this team. Like it really has been unbelievable. But either way, Mike Brown has to make a change. The Knicks cannot go down 3-1. They cannot go down 3-1. I don't care if they have 2 games in MSG. Going down 3-1 against this Atlanta team would be a little bit scary because the Atlanta's feisty. They're
still hard. It's hard to win 3 in a row.
No,
man.
of course. And no, this like the Atlanta team. This is like. Basically, if you're up 3-1 against Atlanta, you're like, okay, we gotta shut them out now because they're feisty. They can always get a game.
Yeah.
But if you go down 3-1 to them, I'm telling you, you're not winning the series. I mean, duh. But very, very interesting series. This NBA, these NBA playoffs have been great.
Who else we got to talk about though?
So I mean, I don't really need to talk Thunder Suns.
No, you missed. We have a big topic to talk about. Who else do you want to talk about on the Knicks? So we have Mike Brown.
Yeah.
We have Mike Brown,
Jalen Brunson.
Yes.
Jalen Brunson, we have to talk about him because we made a take before and stand by it. Short guards and like really short, not Curry, right? Like we're talking about like Chris Paul, Jalen Brunson,
also short.
6 foot, right? 6 foot guards who are really great offensively. You'll never win a championship with them. You never will,
especially in today's league.
Yes. Because
today's league is
when you watch Jalen Brunson against this Hawks, just in this particular series, he's getting switched on to every on-ball action. They are bringing him to every action, and guess what? No matter who he guards, because Trae Young isn't on this team anymore.
Same situation.
It's an advantage Atlanta.
They just same to Trae Young,
and you're thinking as a coach or as a fan, you're like, can we just take him out the game? It's like, nah, you actually really can't take him out the game because he is your offense, and so. Now, because he's involved in every ball screen, every action defensively, he's tired, and he has to be your number one engine offensively. His offensive game drops. It's the worst combo. It's the worst formula for the NBA in terms of winning a championship. It's very rough. But Jalen Brunson, if he's the number one guy, he's never going to win a championship.
It's even worse in this NBA with all the stats, analytics. Like, hey, Jalen Brunson is giving up this X amount of points per possession, like every time. And I don't care.
Yeah.
If like I'm just thinking like if I was Missoula. Like Missoula's the one who kind of started this whole like super big hunting. Like LeBron used to start mismatch hunting.
Right.
But Missoula put it to a point where like
it's a team.
It doesn't matter.
It's
every
philosophy.
Single play.
It's
and
in
it's
the DNA.
I don't care. Okay, we try to set it doesn't switch, come back again.
Right.
Until he gets a switch, like they are going to constantly put pressure on you. Trae Young, like same thing happens with Trae Young. They had the one Eastern Conference Finals run, but then when it really matters, they lost 4-1, right?
Yeah.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Brunson, it's the same thing. And it's even worse now because there's all of this analytical stuff on like how bad of a defender you are.
Yes.
You are the only way Jalen Brunson is really good. The only way is if he has Wemby back there. Because even having, and especially the fact that Cat is also not a great rim defender, there's nothing there for him to, like, there's no help. And that really, really is unfortunate because when you're that small, you can't even put up resistance. That's why you said the same thing about Steph Curry. People say Steph Curry is small. He's not really that small if you ever have seen Steph Curry in person, close eye, which I actually have before.
Bill says he's taller than me.
Yeah. I remember I saw him in the weight room. We were the Golden State Warriors. I was like, I didn't realize he was that big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I told you that. Yeah. First time I've ever seen him. Like, but Curry also got really good at hard hedging. Remember all those Bron things?
Yes.
He would be
hard hedge.
Hard hedge.
And recover.
Yep. Hard hedge and recover. Like, and these players are not getting good at that.
Yeah.
So it's like Jalen Brunson they'll concede the switch. the one thing, and I was listening to this guy, I think his name's Mo Tequil or something on Zach Lowe's podcast. The one thing we talked about too, I hate conceding the switch. You're just gonna concede it. It was like the same thing. Remember Kawhi with Luka?
Yeah.
Why we it's not even a hard screen.
Yeah.
You're like Draymond when he got over that screen against Kawhi in the playing game.
Can you explain conceding the switch?
Yes. So in the NBA now, everybody loves switching defenses, which means when you're guarding someone, like if a ball screen comes, let's just switch it.
Yeah.
It's easy, right? Because it makes it easier on everybody. We have a lot of people who can be multiple, who can guard multiple positions.
Right. No advantages.
But when you're quote switching all the time, right? Like people are conceding the switch and being like, it's okay that Jalen Brunson gets on him, as opposed to trying to actually get over and switching only where needed.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Brunson, if I'm playing defense, right? If, say, it's Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Cat, and McHale. So if I'm OG, Cat, and McHale, OG, Hart, and McHale, we're switching those automatically. Doesn't matter because we know each of them can guard those matchups.
Right.
When it comes to Cat and Brunson, I'm switching only if it really comes to a point that I have to switch.
Yes.
Because I don't trust the rest of them in that matchup.
No.
But then what happens is it's not that. It's just Jalen Brunson gets screened. Oh, we're just going to switch.
Here we go. Yes,
we're just going to switch it. It's like we're not really trying.
And maybe that's the defensive philosophy, which is why we need to point our fingers at Mike Brown and be like, that's just bad coaching. It should be exactly like, look, I remember when Curry, especially, first of all, Curry used to also be less muscular, way less muscular.
Exactly.
He was like a super skinny guy, and it was like, it was matchup heaven, right? If Steph Curry was guarding you. I remember, like you said, hard hedge. He's up. He's meeting you high up on the floor. And guess what? He's recovering, and everything's going to work out because you're already so far away from the basket. Like even the pass that you make, like
it's also great when you got Draymond Green there too.
It's also true. Yep. So that always worked out. But in this case, Jalen Brunson is just like, oh, screen, here we go. Now I'm guarding CJ McCollum. Yep. And like two things. It was in game 2 when he broke him. I don't know if you remember that when he broke him.
Yeah.
It's like CJ McCollum broke Jalen Brunson. He broke him, right? The next possession, CJ McCollum got them switch again. Everybody clear out, and Jalen Brunson, he got beat so quickly. He did the
back
right. You pass me. If if you can't see me, it's in basketball when you get passed, like the guy defending you passes you,
so easy,
and all you try to do is just tap the ball from behind, right? That's such lazy defense. That's such park defense. That's not how you play defense in the NBA in a playoff game deep in the fourth quarter.
Time.
Can't happen. And that just tells me he's not a good defender. He's also a lazy defender, and he was like frustrated with the matchup. We're talking about CJ McCollum.
That's a good point.
Who's like not these? CJ McCollum probably about 6'4".
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, again, not unbelievably tall, but guess what? It's 4 inches taller than Jalen Brunson. And so I thought that was very significant. I was looking at the back tap like that's something that I would do.
Yeah.
And if something that if any basketball player does something that I would do, you're doing it wrong. I can tell you that. So this Jalen Brunson thing is very serious. He cannot be the number 1 guy on the team. I don't know what the Knicks are going to do next year in terms of paying him. The fans love him, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if you actually want to really be serious about contending for a championship, it can't be.
You can't. Your small guard can't be your best player, and that's just facts. NBA basketball is and basketball itself is a big man sport. If you're bigger, you're just better. Usually, right? It's more of a wing sport. Wings play better. But now you got Luka Doncic, you got Shea. Those are all tall guards, right? Like these are the guards now. Trae Young got traded, and they're better. Trae Young, you'd think, what? Trae Young for CJ? It was pretty much Trae Young for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and they're better.
That was literally the best trade they've made.
Because if they had Trae Young, then it's the same thing. Trae Young could just guard Jalen Brunson and no one's scared.
Right. I would be scared if I'm the Hawks.
Yes.
Like, that's
because Jalen's beefy.
Right. Exactly.
So, it's pretty crazy. It's eye-opening. The playoffs give you such an insight into, like, what basketball is, right?
Yeah.
You know who's good and you know who's not in the playoffs.
Basketball unveiled.
It exposes you.
It removed the veil of the regular season where it looks like Jalen Johnson's the greatest player of all time. Yeah. It's like, he's actually not that good.
We'll hit the NFL draft in a little bit. Take a break. Welcome back. Get your drinks in. NBA, NFL draft, day 1. We don't know what's going on day 2.
You forgot it was the NBA.
The NBA on TNT. NFL draft. So we can do some quick hitters and what we think, what we saw. Cam will lead this topic because he got a little bit more into it than me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, if we're being honest, you're right.
Yeah, I'm being honest, aren't I? That's what I just said, didn't I?
Okay. Anyway, Yes, I will go.
So Mendoza, that was surprising you went 1, right?
So here's the thing. So the top 10, the players drafted in the top 10 were expected, right?
In some order.
In some order.
Yeah.
The order was not expected.
Yeah.
So like Arvell Reese, who was supposed to go 2, maybe 3, slipped to 5. Carnell Tate, who was looking more 7, 8, went all the way up to 4. Just like there was some different moves.
Jeremiah Love, that was why.
Jeremiah Love, who was supposed to go 4, which is again crazy to me, went 3. And we're going to talk about why that was the worst pick of the draft. It has nothing to do with Jeremiah Love. All the best. I hope he's good. In terms of surprises, not many surprises in the first round.
I have
which
one
is
question for you too.
Okay.
But after you say your surprise.
Not many surprises in the first round. The biggest surprise was at 13, the Rams selecting Ty Simpson. And apparently,
that's the biggest surprise.
And apparently, they said if he was available, we're going to take him no matter what. And I don't know.
They also have a relationship. You saw that, right?
Who has a relationship?
With someone has a relationship with Ty Simpson's dad, I'm pretty sure. Les Snead does. So there's a lot of conspiracy going on.
I don't know how happy McVay was. I don't know how involved
he wasn't. He wasn't happy.
I wonder who he wanted instead. Probably Mekhi Lemon, right?
Think so?
Mekhi Lemon is a perfect slot guy.
There goes Lemon. I mean, is Puka going to be okay? That's the question.
He's going to be okay.
The question I have, I saw a lot of people, and this was so we had this was the debate between Bailey and Reese, right? We were talking about it earlier, and I said Reese, you said Bailey, right? I think so, because Reese is like more of the project, but really has a high ceiling.
Yeah.
I think from a rebuild perspective, that's what you should do.
Who's rebuilding?
The Jets.
No, I know. Who specifically on the Jets is rebuilding? The GM, the coach, right?
Yeah.
Those guys are not going to be here next year if their team isn't halfway good.
I just don't think that's right.
We're talking about a guy,
but I think you have to do what Les Snead did.
We're talking about a guy who would also be kind of more off-ball linebacker. He's not like Mike linebacker. Arvell Reese, he can rush sometimes. He was a 1-year starter at Ohio State, which is obviously a great place. And honestly, he learned a lot under Matt Patricia in the NFL system. 1-year starter. You can't bet your career on that. That's the one thing. And that's where I understand.
Yeah, they were in a safer position, you think? Yeah, you take him.
Of course. He might go 1. Like, seriously, that's the type of, like, Trayvon Walker, I remember. That was a gamble, and it didn't really work out. And
but now it has.
Initially, it didn't work out. And he got, I'm pretty sure every GM they all got fired. Every head coach who drafted him, they all got fired because that was a project, get number 1 overall pick, and Aiden Hutchinson went number 2. And they instead took Arvell Reese, or the Arvell Reese type.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So in this particular scenario, Aaron Glenn, he is a defensive-minded head coach and a former defensive player, and he just coached the team to 0 interceptions in 17 games. The GM, like, this was one of the most poorly constructed rosters I've seen, the 2025 New York Jets. They don't have a plan B. They don't have we'll give them a project. Yeah, we'll give them some time to grow and develop. They don't have the capacity, right? Like, because Woody Johnson, who's the owner, is not good, and he'll be like, "You guys are gone." And in that case, he'd actually probably be right if they wasted the number 2 pick on a guy who wasn't working out. Because you just have to think about it. Imagine if Arvell Reese hits his floor, right? Which again is very likely in New York.
Yeah.
What does that look like? David Bailey is a guy. Somebody asked me on the live, and I was proud of myself for coming up with this. Flair, or the ceiling for Arvell Reese versus ceiling for David Bailey.
Yeah.
And I thought Arvell Reese's ceiling is Micah Parsons. He could be one of the greatest defensive players in the NFL easily, right? And I think David Bailey's ceiling, all around, right? David Bailey's ceiling, in my opinion, was like Max Crosby, a guy who can rush the quarterback relentlessly, has a knack for getting to the quarterback and getting sacks. Not really great against the run, not really great in coverage if he does drop out every once in a while.
That's a great ceiling for him.
But exactly. But Max Crosby is the guy who just has a knack of getting to the quarterback. David Bailey has a knack of getting to the quarterback.
Yep.
He will be effective day 1. We're talking about a guy, I believe, 2 or 3 year starter. He actually
Texas A&M? Sorry, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. He went from Stanford. He was really solid. Okay. So I like the David Bailey pick, especially when you consider the other people that the Jets drafted. Omar Cooper, Kenny Sadiq, maybe a little bit more Project E. I'm okay with the Project-ish stuff on offense, right? When you don't have a quarterback, you already know we're going to need this for the future. Like, the Jets are obviously building for 2027. When they draft their quarterback, they took Geno Smith. He's not going to be the future. 2027, when they draft their quarterback, whoever it's going to be, maybe Arch Manning or whoever, they'll have Arch Manning or Cade Klubnik will have some pretty solid weapons day one.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Arvell Reese, I don't think he should have slipped to 5, but the Jets not taking him was actually, believe it or not, the smartest move Aaron Glenn and whoever their GM has
I don't know.
made in a while.
I'm still
in terms
the
of
other way.
in terms of
I know.
saving their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously the ceiling is there.
So,
Like,
but who's the person who's supposed to protect the that? You're supposed to protect the franchise, and I think so. No. I think that comes more down to kind of like the example we just talked about with McVay, which we'll go a little bit more into. Like the GM, I would say, needs to be more safe because it's like
right.
The GM needs to make the long-term decision. I remember Lombardi would always say, "Your job as a GM is to protect the franchise, not this year."
No. Yeah,
and the franchise, a better shot to take is definitely Reese.
100%.
Right? You're not ready to win right now.
Yeah.
The ceiling on Reese is much higher if you get it. Right? So that's where like the GM has to come in. But if the GM's afraid of his job too, like if they're tied at the hip like that,
then
as opposed to McVay and Les Snead,
then you're thinking about next year. And that's never good for a GM to be thinking about next year. You should be thinking about
He's the one who's thinking about 3 to 5 at least, right? Like that's what you have to think.
Yes.
This guy's coming off the books. Like that's why I think Seattle GM, his name's leaving me right now. You know his name. Whatever. He's great.
Snyder.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's great.
John
They
Schneider?
pick up John Schneider.
Yeah.
They pick up Knight, right? From
Bam?
Yeah. No.
No.
Was his last name Knight?
Who are you talking about?
The running back.
Oh, Price.
Oh, my bad.
Jadarian.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not great at the draft.
I was like, I don't know.
But like that's Schneider already thinking about. He probably thought about from, and I guarantee you this, 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, like think about last year's draft.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna lose Kenneth Walker next year.
We're probably going
Can we draft a running back this year? Like you already think about that's how you have to think. He gets this guy from Notre Dame. Now they're right back there.
Yep.
Like I like that pick. Like
Eagles, same thing.
Always.
They know
AJ Brown's gone.
First of all, they're gonna trade AJ Brown for great capital.
Yeah.
Because AJ Brown's still solid.
We'll see what happens.
Even though he's 100 years old. And they drafted a great wide receiver in Mekhi Lemon. Like I think he actually can work well with Devontae Smith
This gives Devontae Smith the ability to really be the outside
guy.
Right,
if he could be the outside guy, which I think he has the ability to. I'm not sure if the system would allow for that as well as the quarterback. But Mekhi Lemon's the perfect guy to play off of. Like he'll be his Devontae Smith.
He'll get short. He'll be able to really, grab short balls and be able to, exactly. Right. Like be able to run after the catch, more yards after the catch than Devontae Smith. More of like the AJ Brown type, honestly.
But this is just an example of what good GMing looks like and what bad GMing looks like, and the worst example of bad GMing.
Yeah, or bad just
all around.
It's Bidwill. Also, no, they don't pay meals. They don't do like
Arizona.
Oh.
So, I want to say this because I think people have gotten this twisted. Jeremiah Love was the best player in this draft in terms of just pure pound-for-pound football ability, whatever.
Yep, pound-for-pound balls.
And here's the thing about drafting running backs early. It never has worked out. It really hasn't worked out. Like the earliest you see a running back drafted and there's still a relative amount of team success is 10. With like the Rams drafted Todd Gurley at 10, Ezekiel Elliott was drafted at 10 with the Cowboys. Again, both those guys didn't win Super Bowls, but they had some playoff wins.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at guys who were drafted 2 and 3, we're talking about Saquon Barkley, who's fantastic, of course. Now Jeremiah Love, fantastic, of course. Trent Richardson was drafted as well, who was good in college, didn't work out in the NFL. But either way, all 3 of those guys have, and obviously Genty, Bijan Robinson, Christian McCaffrey, all these guys have the same thing in common. They're great players who get drafted to a bad team, and that bad team can't like basically sustain the greatness of the player because there's a reason why you're drafting 4th overall, because your offensive line is probably bad and your defensive line is probably pretty bad too. Those are the most important positions. Win the trenches, you win the game. It's really that simple. It doesn't necessarily matter who's running the ball. Obviously, the better running back is going to go a long way. But if you have a great O-line, you can figure it out. And I think that was like Raheem Mostert, right? And he did great O-line, great system. Raheem Mostert is a guy who I wouldn't say is a great running back. And he had a fantastic rushing season with the Dolphins.
And also with the 49ers.
And also with the 49ers. Because in the Shanahan system, they're like O-line. We need athletic tackles, athletic guards. We're kicking out.
You can scheme up running backs more than you think.
100%. So actually the guy who's running the ball matters, of course, but doesn't matter that much.
It's the icing on the cake.
And when you're paying a luxury price for a luxury position, for a player who needs his blockers to be really solid, it's not good enough because Jeremiah Love will just never be able to perform to the highest extent.
Yeah.
He got the most money ever of any running back ever, total money. It's unbelievable.
You say a player who needs his blockers to be solid, a player who needs his team to be solid, and
that's also true.
Running backs are the most
Yes.
most dependent on a team being good.
Yes.
Because when you're winning and you're good, you're able to run the football. When you're losing and you're consistently losing, you're not like you can't run it.
You always want basically offensively, you always want the defense to not know if you're going to run or pass.
Yes.
If you can be in that situation where you keep them guessing all game long, that you're gonna have a lot of success because it's tough to guard defensively when you don't know what's happening. And when you're down, like you mentioned, guess what? You're not running the ball. I really hope you're not.
No,
otherwise you're gonna get fired, Mike LaFleur. So you're gonna pass the ball, and then guess what? Jeremiah Love isn't important. And it just doesn't make any sense.
He's not important. He can catch the ball in the backfield, but not number 3 overall pick.
And
this has to be an impact player.
When you're down 28-10, we're not looking at a 4-yard gain out of the backfield.
No,
that's not how we're playing football.
And there are, just think about there are weapons in Arizona. Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride, Jeremiah Love. So that offense could be good, but I just don't think
that's also another thing.
You had James Conner and Algier. I know Conner's a little bit old, but Algier's been good.
You just paid him. No, I actually completely
feel
agree.
like a panic pick.
They have so many
good options.
So many weapons in Arizona. How do you not address look, you don't want to draft a quarterback at 3. I agree. I wouldn't draft Ty Simpson at 3 either. I'm fine with that. You have to at least address the O-line, trade down, and maybe take a little bit of a hit on the trade. That's okay. Trade down to get Spencer Fano, Maui Noah, any one of these tackles, because to get Jeremiah Love right now makes no sense to me. Arizona's going to be one of those teams with all these fantasy football guys that we're all going to draft.
I don't know why any of
them. And they're going to lose 28-3. And it's like, okay, well, what was the point?
I really am staying away from every single Arizona. I think this is really bad for Trey McBride, too.
Yes.
That could be.
How is this bad for McBride?
I just think there's less touches. I think there's less touches.
Yeah. But I think it's bad for Love because they're going to be down by 100.
I don't think it's really bad for Trey McBride, but I'm just saying,
I hear you.
Now there's more mouths to feed back there, and
I
don't love taking Trey McBride in the first round.
Algier's a bigger player, and so is James Conner. So, Jeremiah
Love's have all of them on the team.
Jeremiah Love's not even going to get most of the goal line work. So it's just I don't even know.
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what this move was. They paid him He's been getting paid $50 million in 4 years.
Yeah,
and that's the most ever among any running back ever. And he's a rookie. He hasn't even played in the NFL yet.
Yeah.
Terrible pick. Has nothing to do with Jeremiah Love. People are not getting this. It's a terrible pick. I don't care if he was the best available. You get out of that position, or you take Arvell Reese. Do something.
Lucky. Yeah.
You do something. Jeremiah Love was the wrong pick.
It seems like a joke.
No, they have no idea what they're doing.
Again, how come people can get away with this? Let's just take Jeremiah Love.
I don't know what
he doesn't want to be there, man.
He's going to play more than any running back. I think he'll
all guaranteed.
All guaranteed.
They're going to pick up the 5th-year option.
5th year? Oh, yeah.
Why not? So that was a big main pick. Second one we'll talk about is Ty Simpson, which I ended up spoiling for a lot of people, which I didn't realize.
It's fine. They know it happened.
No. Sorry. When I texted you, I didn't spoil it.
Did you text other people?
Yeah. Because Jack sent me Jordan Schultz tweet, and I waited 3 minutes. So I was like, oh, if Schultz tweeted out,
this is a Schultz tweet
that they're going to take Simpson.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, again, I wasn't watching the draft, and I was like, oh, if Schultz tweeted, Schefter's usually always first, and I sent it to you, and you were like, I was late, and I sent it to also my Chargers boys
because
I was late.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think so. You got the pre where they're planning on.
They're planning on. Okay, yeah.
So
Jack sent it to me.
I'm glad you said whoa. All you said was whoa to me.
I said Simpson. Wow.
Damn. Yeah, okay. Thank God you didn't. I actually would have been upset because I was watching the TV. I was like, Lemon.
Yeah, they're upset. Yeah,
they
were upset.
I did that to Declan last year.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I really was just like, oh, I just want to let them know, wow, right? So
that's why you gotta watch the draft.
So yeah. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Oh, whatever. I think Whisper Flow just did something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because you're whispering. Oh yeah, so were they mad? They're like, Chris, what the fuck?
No, it wasn't. They weren't super mad. They probably were a little bit mad.
I would have been very mad.
Yeah,
honestly.
So unfortunately.
No, dude, so funny. The exact same thing happened to me last year when we thought the Saints were going to draft Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they went Shuck. and it was so early because I got the Schefter thing. I wasn't actually watching.
Yeah, exactly. Because I never know what it's like. Usually, you get the Schefter thing after the fact.
I turned off my Schefter is before. I turned off my Schefter alerts. But anyway, sorry, whole lot of tangent. The one thing I want to say before we get all the way up to 13, I want to talk about Sonny Styles. I think that's the best pick of the first round. I love Sonny Styles. And I don't know if you saw him dap up all the commanders. He was in Washington.
Facil.
Dude, they love him. Like, they love him already, and I think he looks super happy to be there. So I think this is going to be, we're looking at potential defensive player of the year. Defensive rookie of the year. If David Bailey, unless he gets like 8 sacks, then he'll probably get it. But love Sonny Styles. Yeah, I think that's it. Caleb Downs to the Cowboys.
Great pick.
Love it. Cowboys traded up. They weren't on the clock. Like, the pick was in immediately. They knew who they were getting, and I love that.
Get your guy.
No.
It was like 2/5. It wasn't even that bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's available?
3/5 compromise.
Whoa. 13. Ty Simpson to the Rams. Can you talk about it?
I mean, I think it's great.
Yeah.
But I think seeing the reaction, I didn't think it was great as much. But I think it's a tough leadership example, leadership lesson, too, that, like, the middle manager is going to want something that's best. Like, the coach is going to want something that's the best for right now. But you, as a person who's a leader, a visionary, has to think further. And, I mean, if I'm Ty Simpson, I couldn't ask for a better landing spot. We made a video on this. Like, the perfect spot for Ty Simpson is the LA Rams. I'd argue the perfect spot for any quarterback ever is right now on the Rams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You have Matthew Stafford, who just won an MVP, and now you know it's going to be his last year.
Yes.
It was going to be his last year even last year if they won, possibly, right?
Yep.
So now it's going to be his last year. You get to learn from him, and you have no worries about the starting quarterback position. Like, no worries at all. You're not, Stafford, he's not even being talked about.
You're not going to win. Like, I don't know if you saw, he's like, he'll compete with Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah. But that's good. No pressure, because if Ty Simpson went to a place where, like, he could be the starter day one, I know he's a coach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I know he's ready, but
and people would be asking for him to come start too.
It would be bad. Nobody on the Rams is like, okay, let's see what Ty Simpson's.
No one's looking behind. Like, Stafford is not like someone like Geno Smith. Like, it's Matthew Stafford. Even as bad as Stafford plays, he will not be out of a job ever. No. Ever. So that's that's really good, and I really like that, because Simpson is fully your backup, even third string possibly, right? Like, so go develop, learn. Be a sponge. Get as much info as you can. So when you get ready, you can run with the opportunity. And you know what? I'm going to say this too. You got to have a chip on your shoulder. Make Sean McVay love you.
Yes.
Make Sean McVay be like, you know what? This is a great pick.
No.
I have my next 100%. Guy, so I can make sure Puka and all of them are still just as good.
100%.
Because Sean McVay right now does not want you on the team.
No.
Like, you're going to have to show him
be a sponge,
that you're worth it.
Matthew Stafford's the perfect guy to learn from. He's 100 years old, but it's all wisdom. And, like, another thing, just something that I thought was interesting, by the way. When the Packers drafted Jordan Love, I believe it was 2020 or 2021 or something like that, Aaron Rodgers was super caught off guard. It was like Matt LaFleur's decision. Like, he was very pro. I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember that. No.
Like, he was very pro. Like,
he was the one who did it.
We're drafting Jordan Love. We're drafting another quarterback. It's just super interesting here. I guess you see, like, the dynamic of, like, this was absolutely not Sean McVay's decision.
So do you think that the reason why that happened was because the Rams were like even closer than the Packers were? Because the Packers were obviously good with Aaron Rodgers, but it felt like things were, like the Rams were like getting towards one play away from winning the Super Bowl last year.
I know. I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron Rodgers won the MVP after.
The next year?
No, after they drafted Jordan Love, because he was so mad.
Yeah,
he might have. He won.
That was from the Anomaly documentary, right?
Yeah. What's it called? Not Anomaly.
Yeah,
Enigma.
Sorry, that's Tatum.
Yeah, but Sean McVay, you can't even be too mad. His job description is win the Super Bowl.
Same thing as offensive coordinator. Right. Like, that's what even happens more with like Sean McVay does that too. Well, maybe not Sean McVay, but a real good head coach, CEO head coach does that to their offensive defensive coordinators.
Keep it
we're
simple.
We're punting here, brother. Yeah. We're not going for it. Yep. Like, we're kicking a field goal here.
Yep.
We're not going for it. Yeah, you can be upset at me. In the long run, I'll be right.
Right. There has to be that hierarchy. Like, and you need your offensive coordinator to be like,
you want them to be like that.
Yeah, we got to play. Let's go. And then McVay's like, hey, appreciate that. We're
exactly.
On
you want that. That's
right.
good, because it's competitiveness, and it shows exactly what, like, what you're there for. Like that's really important.
I'm a Rams fan now. Converted.
I like this. It's a great pick.
I like this Ty Simpson pick. I really do.
Take a shot on it.
It tells me, look, you're planning for your future. Like you, at some point, you have to plan for the future. I think if they drafted a quarterback next year, and obviously it's going to be a very quarterback-heavy draft, they drafted a quarterback next year.
They won't have a pick higher than this, though.
No, of course. Yeah. But like, if they draft a quarterback next year, they also like wouldn't have Stafford.
Yeah,
to
it's a forced.
them.
It's a forced start.
It's the Patrick Mahomes way of like. And again, I don't understand. I get it. All these guys, like we mentioned, all these coaches are worried about their jobs. These GMs are worried about their jobs. Win, win, win. That's all they have to do.
The Rams are fine.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why every team, and again, the Raiders are going to do it, which is great too. Every team should have a quarterback just sit for at least like
half the season,
8 games.
Doesn't matter, and don't bring him in earlier. Jackson Dart.
No.
Let Russ play.
Daboll was worried about his job. He was worried about his job. Let him play. I look, Cam Ward, like, I think he'll be great. I think he can be great. It's like he didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Like the backup quarterback is like a second-year guy.
That's a great video, great point. Every single, no matter how good you are, I don't think you should ever start in the NFL day one.
Not day one.
I don't think so.
Not day one.
I don't think so.
I will give exceptions to like 3 people: Trevor Lawrence, Andrew Luck, and
exactly.
like Peyton Manning. Like that's it.
Yep. Like when Arch comes out, no.
Dante
Moore,
absolutely.
Not.
Come on now.
Who else?
Club Nick.
Absolutely not.
You got Julian saying
no, absolutely
no shot.
So like that's the thing, and you said it's a good moment too. Always want to drive a quarterback early rather than late. Everyone's getting mad at Jimmy Garoppolo to the Pats. He was up next, right?
He
Remember?
was, yes.
Like, and Bill knows that, like, hey, Tom's still great, but at the end of the day, like, I have to do what's best for the team too.
And guess what? Tom's gonna be mad.
Yeah,
you got to deal with it. Just like what Nick Saban said about Henry Ruggs, man. He's gonna be mad at you.
Yep.
But it's for the best. It's for the best of him. Now we get the best out of Tom too.
We gotta fire up Tom.
It just helps everybody out. So look, I completely stand on it. Unfortunately, the NFL moves very fast.
Yep.
Fans get angry, coaches get angry, GMs, owners, everybody's breathing down your neck. Starting rookie QBs should not be starting unless you're like an unbelievable talent where it's like, okay, this guy's been the #1 pick since he was in 9th grade. Rookie QBs should not be starting. And I think Fernando Mendoza and Ty Simpson are actually going to have 2 great careers because of that.
Nuggets learned by Kirk. He's pretty much just like Kirk. Anyway.
No, but Kirk and Brady.
I was going to say, Brady, but like he is kind of like Kirk.
Yeah,
right?
Kirk, like, and I think that's a great guy to learn behind. Listen, this is how I take my notes.
Yep.
Like, look,
exactly.
I have pages of notes of just plays and defensive formations.
This is how I've been able to do this for the entire career.
Ty Simpson, Matthew Stafford, I might be 38, but you're going to watch me, and I'm going to work harder than you ever could.
If you told me that when Kirk and RG3 got drafted in the same draft, that who would be in the league 10 years plus longer than RG3?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
duh.
RG3's commentating games, Kirk Cousins getting fully guaranteed contract.
Exactly.
So,
who's the real winner?
There's a difference.
Great.
That's all I got.
Malik Neighbors not liking the Giants pick. I didn't like that.
That's
I didn't like that. But okay, whatever. And I think that's it on the football side. We'll just go to the watching hour. We actually, spoiler alert, we didn't watch a movie.
No.
We are watching.
You were gone last week though.
I was gone last week.
Industry was good. Finished season 2.
I'm about to finish season 1.
Oh, you've been pulling it? You were ripping it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
The Pitt, we're watching The Pitt season 2. We already
Crazy show. Crazy show.
It's unbelievable, bro.
Great show.
It's unbelievable.
But it's crazy.
It's crazy.
You're hooked in it, man.
I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah.
We're watching Marty Supreme is out, so we do have to watch that movie.
Okay.
So that'll be our next watch.
We got a lot of sports going on, but yeah, The Pitt, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And industry is good. I do think it got me back. And I liked season 1. I just thought it was a little too much.
It is. It's heavy. There's always something wrong. Yeah. There's always someone's
going crazy. And it shows you about that life, right? Like it glamorizes the life. And I think that really can mess up a lot of people. Like it glamorizes that life.
No. I mean, yes. It also, I hope it shows like the downside of it too. Like the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like basically Martin Scorsese for the Wolf of Wall Street was trying to glamorize it so much to the fact that like it's the worst thing ever. Yeah. Avoid, and it actually did the opposite effect. Yeah. Everybody was just looking at the positive.
They wanted to do it. Man. Well, we'll get back into it. We got a lot of sports to watch. Thank you guys for bearing with us and not being here last week. We had a sabbatical as Dr. Robbie did, if anybody knows.
Or my guess, he won't actually.
Of course not, dude. He's still gonna be here this whole day, right? Like,
no, I'm talking about he's like,
yeah. What's gonna bring him back?
I can't leave. His fake son.
All right, guys. And with that, We'll see y'all next week.
Stay locked.